Hi everyone, welcome to this week weekly market update. So as usual, we will talk about last Friday closing, then coming weeks, things to watch out for. So last Friday closing, we can see that stock actually fall due to a couple of reasons. First, might be due to Trump's being tested on the positive for this COVID-19. Second, might be due to a back uh, reports because we know that the economy data for non-farm payroll is not doing good as expected. Thirdly, it might be due to the debate as well. But we know that Trump and Biden had some debate last week as well. So, but I will try to avoid on the politicians. So this is more on the stocks. I will stay away from the politicians talks. All right. So next thing, when actually Trump tweeted that he was tested on the positive side, right? The market declined around 500 points, but then he actually bounced back where the market closed. Might be due to this, they are looking for more stimulus hope because the data's earnings is not, I mean, the economy data is not doing good. So they believe that the package will actually pass on soon. But ultimately, why it actually fluctuate at the point of time is because market or investor dislike uncertainty in the market itself. Therefore, it might be due to panic selling. That's why it causes the market to fluctuate up to 500 point at a point of time. All right, but not to be, if let's say you're more on the systematic persons, more on your trade setup, then you do not need to take note of this kind of noise in the market itself. All right, so coming week, things to take note. Coming weeks, things to take note. This coming week, not to forget, for the earnings reports, right? We are actually coming into the earnings report for the next quarter, and it's actually quite interesting because we will start to see the post earnings report after the months of the COVID-19 pandemic. Correct? Or not? So, during the last quarter, we still never, it's still not fully affected or showing in the result yet. So, this coming quarter will have a significant impact on individual company itself. Things for me to pay more attention will be on the Carnival and on the Delta airline. All right, because the Carnival will actually tell us, it will be the first earning report to tell us the cruise industry, and Delta airline will be the first report to tell us on the airline industry itself. All right, not only that, beside beside the next following week after, there will be a big earning report from the US bank itself. All right, this is for you to plan beforehand. Take note, big US bank report, analysts expect to report a 30 to 60% plunge in their profit due to these pandemic recessions. So, and due to the near record low interest rate. So, if you're holding any bank shares at this point of time, just be careful. If you're not holding, if you want to enter, I will always suggest enter after the earnings, have a more clear picture on this bank industry. All right. So, next thing, why I pay more attention on the Carnival cruise, because I believe everyone know that airline and cruise is at a wartime low. Everyone's get hand itchy. So I just here to remind you all things to take note and watch out as well. For CDC, all right, CDC, the Center of Disease Control, actually extend the ban because by right they actually ban cruise from sailing since March till the end. It should end at end on the September last week. But then they review it, they actually extend the ban to end of October again. By right, you can see from here, CDC Director Dr. Robert Redfield actually wanted to extend until February 2021. But if they're going to further extend longer and longer, right, cruise lines is going to die very soon. All right, because every day they are burning their own cash flow. You won't know how long will they before they turn crazy, right? So how badly will they be affected? Right now they are affected very badly already. All right. So this is one of the things. If CDC goes to lift up this cruise ban, then revenue will start to come in. At least people who work from those cruise, right? Their job will be protected. They are happy to come back to work as well. So this is one of the big news. All right. Second, airline, because they believe more airline aids is coming to support them as well on a stimulus package. So we shall see whether how the stimulus package is being crafted and whether will be passed on or not. So this on the airline. All right, let's go into the chart. For the chart itself, all my US like Dow Jones and S&P index, what I have view on last week, all remain. All right, all intact. But I just want to point on this Nasdaq 100 is because on Nasdaq, right, last Friday the closing is more bearish itself based on the candle, based on the closing. All right, it's a bearish and carving. So I believe that Nasdaq will be more on the bear side for the coming week, and 10,800 will be the first support for me. Just nice to wait for the MA40 to move towards it. All right, this is based on the charting itself. All right, so I believe to my stand is the dip will continue. All right, but be careful if you're holding any tech counter at this point of time. So next thing, China A50, which I shared on my Facebook page, I say that on a longer picture, it broke up, broke above 14,000, which we give a round figure 15,000. All right, it broke above, and then 14,900, and then after that, it remained consolidated at the sideway. So I see that this is a bull flag in place, but if let's say it break below the support level, it will turn invalid. All right, ultimately it has not break down, and not just to remind you guys, China National Day until Wednesday. So the market will close until Wednesday. That means Thursday that you will resume. So take note if you are trading on China A50 or any China market. All right, next go into Intel, which I shared previously. Intel, last week I shared this is actually the trading mini trading zone. All right, so people fear of missing out based on the day chart. You can see based on the day chart, fear of missing out. So here is the first immediate support. So it traded going higher. So but right now it's just trading within this range. If you want more, you wanted a more clear picture, right? You should wait until it fall to the first demand zone. This is I'm waiting. All right, patience will pay off, not to worry. All right, this is where I'm monitoring at this point of time. So that is more on Intel. Next thing, Delta Airline. Delta Airline shared previously as well. All right. So right now it's being supported by this blue line, first immediate support. So I believe last Friday closing, which is quite encouraging because of good volume, green candle as well. But I believe Delta will be trading around this range up to whether it break out or down. All right. So if let's say it break either way, then that 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 trend will continue. All right. But ultimately, it's based on the package itself. All right, so this is more on the Delta airline. Next thing on the Carnival. Carnival, I always, I wrote something quite long over here. I disagreed to go into Carnival at this point of time because the future is quite not visibly clear at this point of time. All right, the crowd is still there, dark crowd is still there. So this act as a first immediate support and it's closed below it right now. Even on last Friday closing, it didn't manage to go higher. All right, all the moving average indicate downwards at this point of time. So we will see how the Monday Carnival's earnings report, as they have mentioned, they have 3 million losses, and we will see how will it performs, whether is there any package to save the cruise line or not. All right, how does the COVID vaccines, how does the COVID case, this will all affect badly on Carnival Corps. even 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 though the carnival industry, I mean the cruise industry allowed the CDC lift up the no sales order, right? But the consumer confidence to go into the cruise might be another question as well. Correct. So too many things to consider on carnival cruise. That's why I will stay away at this point of time. All right. Next thing, Walmart. Walmart I shared previously. Uh, I say there's two entry price you can go into. Either you long immediately on the Monday itself, or you wait for the pullback. But this purple line, this pink line seems like a good support. So it didn't even come down and it went higher. At this point of time, if you miss the market, just miss the market. Do not enter again. All right, do not chase because it's far away from your support level. This support level is actually your stop loss lah. So it's far away. You are taking a higher risk. Do not chase the market. All right. So this is our Walmart. Next thing on US oil. US oil all along I've been given, if you have been following my Facebook page, I've been saying that it will come down. Ultimately first, downtrend. Correct? Ultimately first is downtrend. Very obvious lah. Ultimately is downtrend. Second thing, uh, price spike up because hope of recovery. Recovery of what? Demand. Price spike up in between. Why? Because they believe OPEC will cut the supply. But right now, it's no longer the supply issue, it's the demand issue. No matter how much they cut, no one buy means no one buy. All right, ultimately. So I'm looking at $34, $30 this range and see where we go. All right, so this is for US oil. All right, next thing. Next thing, I'm going to do a review on what I have shared in my education video in my Facebook page. I mentioned one of the sector to rotate into when actually Fed week. mentions they want to have a low interest rate for a longer time period. So I mentioned this sector called utility sector. Utility sector. Alright, so I shared this video on my Facebook page as an education on 30th August. Alright, 30th August. So if people who have entered into this ETF and you're holding, this is not for trading, this is more on holding wise. If you are entered for a long-term investment, right, I show you a very good sign of picking up once again. So if he able to break above this 100 moving average, we will believe the bullish shall intact at this point of time. Alright, the bull shall intact at this point of time. So we shall see whether can it successfully break above this ascending triangle or not. Alright, so we shall see on utility ETF. And during the education video, I did mention one of the counter. I actually picked up this counter called WEC Energy Group. Alright, I say that I bet on this counter. Ultimately the bet actually turned through. So right now it closed above the $95 resistance. So if you entered on the 30th August, right? 30th August, right? Yes, it actually tested on the pullback one again on the support, but it went even higher. Alright, so this trend shall remain on the bull side. Alright, bullish for this WEC. I think I give some TP target as well, so you can take a look at my education video on this sector rotations. Alright, next thing, just to give a heads up, people who are holding any Uber breakthrough above the first resistance. Right now, $38 as a second resistance. If you able to break through and stay above, this is a good sign Uber will trend even higher. Uber have been doing a lot of things has been approved, especially for the Uber Eats at this point of time, a lot of people are using. Alright, so however, one thing is stopping that is due to COVID-19, because all we know that Uber is a riding company, right? Share rides company. So right now, their main job cannot be done, but there are a lot of arms out there as well. Alright, if COVID-19 turn better, if the drugs that cure, that treat Trump work, alright, meaning to say that Trump actually tests himself, right? He's just so unlucky that he got COVID-19, tested positive. He's being recovered by that drugs, right? People will be more daring to go out, alright? So Uber, if you're holding, just be careful if you're at the short side. Okay. Next thing, like I mentioned, I'm going to share two company that actually use on Trump for the treatment. So first of the company, all right, two company, Regeneron, all right, REGN, this is a counter, REGN, and Gilead, all right, this is the second vaccine or second drug to him. Alright, so right now all the eye is looking at Trump at this point of time. But to me, I will focus on these two companies because we are traders or investors, right? So first, let's look at the first drugs he used, the company itself. Alright, first drug, we can see that wow, this counter is 500 plus $600 at this point of time. Since September 19, nothing stopped him going all the way high. Alright, break out all-time high and then pull back right now. Alright, but take note, this counter last Friday closing actually spiked up after market. Alright, so coming Monday, I believe that the stocks will actually open higher. Do not chase the shares. Do not chase if it kept up. Alright, always wait for a pullback. So ultimately, 525 is a good entry price to me. I feel that I'm waiting for it to come down. If I miss the boat, it's okay. Alright, there's plenty of stocks out there. It's okay to miss the boat. Alright, so I will put, there's two, like I say, one is this, second one is Gilead, right? I will go more into Gilead. Why? Let's take a look at Gilead in the in the weekly chart. We can see that Gilead has been supported by this weekly time frame since 2014. Has been almost 6 to 7 years of support. Correct? So right now, Gilead is more worth of taking the risk. Trading is all about probability. That's why I name myself as probability, right? So Gilead will have a better risk to reward ratio. If if you want to participate on this treatment from Trump, because all eyes looking on these two company, definitely the company cannot. I don't know, might be lucky or unlucky. If I believe at the luck side lah. All right. If let's say Trump has recovered or has already recovered by these two drugs, both of the shares is going to spike up definitely. And putting Gilead at based on the chart itself is a better risk to reward, but ultimately take note, since March April, Gilead is on the downtrend, correct or not? So right now we actually hit the multi-year support. Multi-year support, I mentioned multi-year support. This is a weekly chart, it's more significant. So if you really want, you can actually nimble into it. It's up to you. All right, all my sharing over in this video is for education purpose. Is for paper trading, is for testing, it's for demo account. All right, so I'm not trading, is all about risk. All right, you manage yourself. All right, so that's all for this week market update. Hopefully you guys enjoy. If yes, please like and share this video to your friends as well. If that's all, I will see you guys next week once again. Bye bye.